Hey, tell me one thing. When was the last time you went to a doctor? For me, it was just 2 weeks before. Why? Because I was not well. I was sick. I was having a high temperature, a bit of sneezing, cold, not well, cough, general symptoms. I went to the doctor. He's a nice person, very nice person, in fact. He checked me quickly and he prescribed some medicines. I took all of them, and right now I'm all okay in front of you with full energy to conduct this session. So, what do you think is a doctor? Who is a doctor, rather? Who is a doctor? Do you think a doctor is just a person to check you, to treat you, prescribe some medicines, and help you out with some small illness? No, not at all. They're much, much more capable. What I'll do is, I'll take you through a journey with some wonders that has been done in the history of modern medicine, medical sciences. And these doctors, they are absolutely highly responsible to create these wonders. Let's see some examples. The first one, this is one of the most, brilliant examples I have found out. See this one. Try to read the scientific name of the operation. It's called osteoodonto keratoprosthesis. Forget it. Let me give you a common name. It is more relatable. Tooth in eye surgery. What? Tooth in eye surgery. Well, let me explain you what was done in brief. For this patient, either the canine, if you know the types of the tooth, okay, canine or the premolar, it was taken along with the surrounding bone was also taken. A plastic lens was put in that tooth after a space was made, and then this tooth along with the lens, this combination was implanted again into the patient's cheek. Fine. After a few months, what happened? Blood vessels grew around that. Then this combination along with the newly grown blood vessels was taken out and implanted where? In the eyes. Yes, and that person was able to see properly. Just imagine, what you see here is nothing but tooth. Wonderful, right? Okay, it doesn't stop here. Next example, see here, focus. Hemispherectomy. What is this? This is something where, a brain can be divided into hemispheres. You'll study about it, okay? You'll study about it. So, the doctors were able to remove one hemisphere, basically, I can say one part of the brain, and that person survived, and that person is all okay. This type of operation takes nearly about 12 hours, 12 long hours of surgery. Not a joke at all, right? Okay, next one. This is again very interesting. See here. Do you see this person? Take a look at the positioning of the leg. Do you know this is the ankle? It's common. Again, you will study all of these in your 11th standard. This is basically the ankle. What was done for this person? A very interesting surgery was done where this ankle was converted into a knee. Wow! The ankle, due to a surgery, or rather with the surgery, was converted into a knee, and this was the result. The person is able to walk now. Wonderful, right? Next, see here. Do you see two hearts over here? We have one, right? There's a surgery which is known as heterotrophic heart transplant, where if a person's heart is not functioning properly, not able to pump properly, a transplant can be done with a proper functional heart. And what doctors have done is they have, surgically attached these two, where the blood from the defective heart flows into the proper functional heart, and that functional heart helps in pumping blood all throughout the body. Amazing, right? Yes, all of these examples, all of these wonders were possible just because of the doctors. No one else. The doctors, the world of medical sciences, right? So today I am going to take you through a journey into the world of medical sciences. Okay, so these are some very, very, very few examples I've shown you, and every moment, every second, these doctors are creating wonders. Okay, see here, because of this advancement in the medical sciences, we have been able to understand anesthetics, we have been able to understand physiology, nutrition, immunity, right? And ultimate aim, we have been able to save the mankind from harmful diseases. This was ultimate purpose. And the doctors, along with the researchers in this medical field, have made it successful. Okay? It's not only this, being a doctor is really great. First of all, you earn a lot of respect. Lot of respect. Anywhere you go, you are respected. People rely on you. People depend on you. People find hope in you. If you're a doctor, people find hope in you. Yes. Because you have the capability to save people's life. That's the most important part. So you have the capability to save people's life. And we have different type of professions all around the world, but being a doctor is one of the most noble professions. Why? Because you're serving all of the people, you're serving everyone. You are serving to save life. That's not an easy task at all. Other than that, other than that, there's a lot of money that you can earn. Lot of money. If you buy a big house, you have buy a big your dream car. And all these are possible if you are a doctor. Well, so let me introduce myself. I am Pushpendu. I welcome you to BYJU'S. Welcoming you once again to our BYJU'S family. Fine. So I have been talking about doctors, right? Now, how to become a doctor? Is it easy? Not at all. It cannot be easy. You are given the responsibility to save lives. So it cannot be easy. Correct? Well, the first primary step, the first door that you have to open up to enter this medical world is this NEET. NEET. What is this actually? It's a entrance examination which is called National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. I repeat, National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. NEET. Write it down, note it, because for the next 2 years, this will be your target. This will be your objective to crack this particular examination. NEET. Fine? Write it in bold letters. Fine? Okay. So this is basically the door. If you can open it, if you can crack it, then the door opens and you get entry to this medical world. Fine? The primary step. A bit more about this. So let me talk about the NEET examination. I'll highlight all details about the NEET examination, what to do, what is the syllabus and everything. First, if you crack NEET examination, you will be able to do MBBS. Do you know the full form? MBBS? Yes, we call, MBBS doctors. Fine? See here, it's basically Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. MBBS. Fine? Great. Have you heard about dental surgeons? You know what they study? They are basically BDS. Yes? Bachelor of Dental Surgery. So these are the people who are specialized to understand everything inside your mouth. Yes? Okay. It doesn't end here. There is something, it's a very different kind of medical science, and it's basically called AYUSH. I'll talk about it. Now, first, let me give you some opportunities if you are doing MBBS or BDS, first of all, research. You get tremendous opportunities to research about life. Okay, you know very well that this body, human body, if I just take an example, human body is absolutely complicated. It's very complicated. Even we don't know majority of the functions which is happening inside our body, we are still trying to figure out. Multiple research all through the world is happening to figure out how our body is functioning, how the nerves work, how do we think, how do we dream. There are many such unanswered questions till now. Well, you can do intense research. You will be able to do, super specialization. Our body, if you have heard about doctors, some doctors are specialized with heart, some doctors are specialized with brain, some are neurosurgeons, some are specialized with, teeth, dental. Okay, so various body parts, they require specialized treatment done by specialized doctors. Fine. Well, some more, you can actually be a educator, right? Okay, and also hospital administrator. So these are very, very, very few examples. Future, basically, I'm talking about. If you do MBBS, if you do BDS, these are some of the ways to future. Very small amounts I'm talking about. Very few examples I'm talking about. Fine? Great. Now, I was talking about the next one, the third category, which is called AYUSH. To be more specific, it involves Ayurveda, yoga. You've heard about all these, right? Ayurveda, yoga, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathy. So these are again a different vertical of medical sciences. You can also dive into these areas, these different kinds of medical sciences and study them if you crack NEET examination. Well, great. So, talking about this NEET examination, who conducts this examination? Let's know about that organization. What's the name? It's NTA. NTA. So, NTA is National Testing Agency. NTA conducts this examination. They set the paper, they conduct everything related to NEET examination. In fact, NTA also conducts the JEE examination. You must have heard about it. Okay, great. So it's about NTA. Now we are going to understand about what is this NEET examination? What is the syllabus? Is it possible to crack NEET examination? How hard this is? Is there any relation between whatever you have studied in the 10th standard and what you are going to study in 11th and the 12th standard? Is there any relation? We'll figure that out slowly and steadily. Be with me, okay? Well, do you think this exam is subjective? That means you have to write long answers? Okay, I'll explain each and every point related to NEET examination. Let's take it slowly, okay? So, let's talk about the history of it. Initially, there were some other bodies which were actually taking these medical entrance examination. For example, AIMS, AIMS, AIIMS. Okay, there was JIPMA. So AIMS, JIPMA, they had their individual examinations to to help students get admission to their colleges, and also there were NEET. Now the best part is everything combined and became one, and that's all about NEET. Okay, now if you want to study medical, if you want to study medicine, you have to crack this examination, NEET. And who will help you crack? BYJU'S will help you crack. Who will help you to crack? I will help you to crack. Along with me, many other capable teachers in this organization, BYJU'S, will help you crack this examination. Fine? Great. Okay, so what about NEET? What are the subjects which are involved in this particular paper? Three of them. Okay, so people who are scared about mathematics, you are saved because there are no mathematics over here. These are the three subjects. Okay, biology, physics, and chemistry. But math is not there directly But here you have to do math. Here you have to do math. And most interestingly, here also in biology also, we will be doing mathematics because math is unavoidable. Fine. Okay. Don't worry. If you're with us, we'll definitely help you crack this examination. Now, how many questions in bio? There are 90 questions asked in this examination. If I talk about the physics subject, 45 questions. If I talk about chemistry, 45 questions. Now tell me, which one of the subject have the maximum weightage? Of course, it's bio. So 90 questions, total of 180 questions. Out of that, 50% of the questions are asked from biology. So that's a very important subject, but physics and chemistry is also important. Clear? Fine. So if you just study biology, then you won't be able to crack NEET. If you just study physics, you won't. What you have to do is you have to study all of these three subjects properly. Fine. Again, we will be guiding you how to do that. Clear? Great. More about this NEET examination. This was offline. Till now, it was done offline. It's not online yet. We don't know what is going to happen in the upcoming examination. It may be transformed into an online mode of examination, but no worries. Right now, till date, it's offline mode. That means pen and paper based. And I'll tell you something very interesting. This paper is not just a white paper, right? The examination you were giving for your 10th boards and the school examination, this paper is very specialized. This paper is very smart because this paper can be read in a machine. I'll talk about this paper again. Okay. So offline mode of examination, pen and paper based. Fine. Well, this paper, it's called OMR, Optical Mark Recognition. So, this paper, whatever you mark over this paper, there are machines who can read this paper. And millions of students, the answers can be read, calculated in seconds. That's the beauty of this paper, OMR, right? Great. Now, so far, you are mostly acquainted with subjective type questions. That means if I ask you a question, you will, for example, if I ask you a question, what's your name? Then your answer would be, sir, my name is dash dash, right? But now here, you don't have to do that. Because right now, the paper type, the question type will be MCQ, multiple choice questions. I repeat, it's multiple choice questions. Wow, let me explain, So basically, in this type of a question, the question will be asked and you would be given options to choose from. So there will be 4 options, and from there, you will choose which one is the correct answer for that question. You want to try out one? Okay, let's try. Let's try an easy one, okay? Give me this answer, okay? The smallest structural and functional unit of life is, you would have given the answer as, sir, okay, the smallest structural and functional unit of life is dash. But right now, we will be giving you options. NEET will be giving you options. Choose from these options. Is it organ? Is it option B, organ system? Is it option C, cell? Or do you think it's option D, that is tissues? Try this answer quickly. Tell me which option is the correct answer for this question. 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and the answer is obviously the cell. So see the beauty. Right now, things become easier. You don't have to write so much. Just if you know the concept, you can answer. Answer is given in front of you. You just have to figure out, analyze, and answer it. That's it. You're done. Okay, you get the marks. Well, now, some more additional information. This test can be taken in 11 languages. 11 languages are, you get options to choose from all these 11 languages. For example, If you choose English as your language, then you get the question paper just in English. For example, if I choose Hindi as a language or the mode of, by which I want to give the paper, this language, Hindi, then I will get bilingual. That means I'll get in English as well as Hindi. Fine. If I choose English, then I'll just get in English. If I choose any other regional language amongst the options given here, okay, I will get in English as well as the regional language. Clear, all of you? Very well. Now, there's a limit, age range when you can give this examination, and it's generally it's for the child candidates, it's 17 to 25 years. So you can appear for this examination if you are within the age 17 to 25 years of age, and multiple times you can give this examination thanks to this organization NTA, that they allow us to give this multiple times, because this exam is not easy. Fine. All right. Great. Now, this is, of course, all India basis test, right? So you compete with all the students in India and try to secure a good position, a good rank, a good percentile, a good percentage. Okay, percentile. You're not aware of this word? Don't worry, I'll teach you right away today, here itself. Okay? So you compete with a lot of students across India. Now it's not limited to school. Okay? Now you are competing with, do you have an estimate? Just a guess. How many students give this examination each year? Tell me, each year I'm talking about. Yes? Any guesses? Lakhs. Lakhs. In fact, more than 10 lakh students give this examination each year. And in fact, this number is increasing each and every year drastically. Drastically, this is increasing. Fine? Okay. So, if I talk about all India basis ranks, then 15% all India quota is available. Fine? That means if I talk about a state, all the medical colleges in a particular state, then 15% of the seats are reserved for all India ranks. Okay. So for example, if I am from, West Bengal, okay, then, and I have secured a rank in an all India basis, then if in West Bengal there are 100 seats, 15 seats will be reserved for candidates from all India. Fine? From all over India, 15% of the seats will be reserved in each and every state. Got it? Clear? Okay. Fine. Now, to crack this examination, or rather, to pass this examination, or rather, to be qualified to get an admission to any of the colleges, medical colleges, through this exam, the minimum amount of marks that you have to secure is the 50th percentile. Now, it just shows, okay, sir, 50th, 50%? No, sir. It's not just 50%. The calculation is complex, and this number varies based on the number of candidates and how they are performing. It's not so easy, my dear. Okay, I'll explain you. Let me explain percentage and percentile. Don't worry, you don't have to understand this completely. We will take multiple such sessions in BYJU'S. Just keep watching us. You will learn lots and lots and lots of things every day. Just a small glimpse. Percentage, in 10th standard, 9th standard, you've studied about this. You know how to calculate percentage. If 720 is the total marks, and let's imagine the marks obtained is this, okay? If a student has obtained this particular marks, and if I try to calculate the percentage, it comes out to be 65%. But this is percentage. This is percentage. I'm not talking about percentile yet. 65 percentage is not a indication of what percentile this person is getting. I'll calculate the percentile. Fine. Let's see. Let's imagine the number of students applied is this, 10 lakhs. Trust me, this number has increased a lot now. So more competition. Number of students appeared is 8 lakhs. Now, how do you calculate? So, number of students with marks less than the percentage that you've got, less than the percentage you have got. So, let's imagine it's 6 lakhs. Clear? Now, how to calculate percentile? Simple calculation. Just do this division, right? And it comes out to be 75. The percentile that you got is 75. Trust me, 75 percentile is not so good. You're not going to get a good college. Okay? Well, so let's go ahead and talk more about this examination. So you got the eligibility is 50th percentile. Now, it doesn't end here. You have to secure or score a decent amount of marks in your 12th standard board examination to be eligible to get admission through NEET examination. Even if you're topper in NEET examination and if you don't pass 12th standard, then that rank is not valid. What's the basic criteria? 50% marks in physics, chemistry, bio, English combined. Thank God, math is not here. Physics, chemistry, bio, English in 12th standard combined, you have to get 50% marks. I'm talking about the general category. Okay, so 50% marks you have to get. Then only you will be eligible for NEET. Clear, all of you? Now comes the most interesting part. I am sure this will be the first time you are encountering this. This will be the first time when you would get marks based on some negative marking. That means so far, if you've got, there's a question which is of 3 marks. Let's imagine you have to write, 5 lines, and based on the content, you get the marks. And if you have written, a decent content, you get 2. You don't get -2 or -1. But unfortunately, here, if you do something wrong, you get -1. So for every correct answer, you are awarded 4 marks. But if you give an incorrect answer, if you give any answer incorrectly, then 1 mark will be deducted from your total score. Oh my God. That's risky? Yes, it's risky. Because this examination tries to understand the potential of a candidate. I told you, the way of answering has become easy, but the competition has increased a lot. So for every correct answer, you get 4 marks. For every incorrect answer, 1 mark will be deducted from your total score. If you don't attempt any question, then nothing is going to happen to your total score. Let me help you calculate. Do you know what I'm showing right now? It's the OMR sheet. OMR sheet. See, it looks like this. Fine. What do you have to do? This is question number 1. And you have got 4 options. You see option 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you think for question number 1, the option 1 is correct, what you have to do? Color it completely, properly, okay? It should not go out and you have to color it properly. Got it? Let me see if I've done this correct. No, if I've colored this is something which I got wrong. Fine. Okay, so I've got -1. So what is my total score? It's -1. My total score is negative, not even 0. It's negative. Fine. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Remember this one, I got -1. Let me move on to the next question. I'm moving on to the next question. Okay. Well, let me imagine I have marked this one and I have marked it correctly. What I got is +4. Oh God. Yes. But see here, my total score is, I got 4 here. But my total score is what? 3. Why? Because here I have already got a negative marking. Once more. So for every incorrect answer, 1 mark will be deducted from your total score. For every correct answer, +4, +4. You're awarded, you're given 4 marks. Right? Let's see. Next question. Next, I got -1. I did this question correctly or incorrectly? Of course, incorrectly. -1. So, see, my total score has dropped to 2. Even when I got +4, but there were 2 -1. 2 -1 -1, that is -2 from 4. You have to deduct 2 marks. Right now, your total score is 2. Don't you think it's risky? Yes. That's the reason, you would require special guidance to understand this exam, to understand how to prepare for this exam, to understand how to approach any question given in this exam. And that's why BYJU'S is here. We'll help you out. I'll help you out. Fine? Let's go ahead. Let's see the other questions, okay? Now, this question I haven't answered. So, 0. There is no change in my total marks. It's 2 yet. Okay? Now, next one. +4. Yes, I have got 2. Now, +4 at 6. Next one. Next one. Okay, another 4. Another 4 marks. I got now 2 plus 4 plus 4. I got now 10 total. Okay, but unfortunately, I've lost 2 marks. If these two would have been 0 also, then I would have got 12. Right? Fine. Let's move on. Again, -1. See, from 10, 1 minus. Next one. Oh, 0. So there's no change here. You understand how this marks are calculated? Fine. So, from this we understand while answering a question, we have to be very careful, because if we are not sure about any answer, I would suggest don't answer. Because from the marks that you have actually scored by answering something correctly, marks will be taken out, deducted from there because of a negative marking, because of a wrong answer. So if you're not sure about any answer, you're not supposed to answer it. No worries. It sounds to be difficult. We will make it easy for you. Fine? Okay. Because every year, many students do crack this examination. It is possible, but strategically. You have to know how to crack this examination. Fine? Okay, great. Let's move on. So what is the syllabus for NEET examination? The best part. Best part. It's all about the one and only NCERT. The basis, the Bible of this examination, the syllabus, the basis for the syllabus is none other than from the NCERT book. Fine? But there is a twist in this story. Twist is, the syllabus is NCERT, but the questions asked are difficult. The questions inside a concept asked are difficult. It's way beyond NCERT. So the concept is from NCERT, but the understanding requires beyond NCERT. And that's where we are going to help you. Okay, so we have answers for all of these problems. We have practiced this with many students and we have seen wonderful results. So no worries, don't worry about it. These seems difficult, but we'll make it easy for you. And I'm confident on this. Fine, great. Let's move on. So let me show you the syllabus, You'll see many of the chapters, from physics, chemistry, bio, they're quite related to 10th standard, but the application, the depth is much, much more than that. See here, diversity in living world. If I talk about bio, diversity in living world, structural organization in animals and plants. You study about the structure, okay? You study about the cell. Cell, you know about it. Functions, you know about it, right? Different cell organelles, you know about it. But this time, in detail. So you study about plant physiology. You know about photosynthesis? Yes? Yes, sir? I know. You will know about photosynthesis, but if I ask you, do you know where water is required in photosynthesis? If I ask you why oxygen is required, inside our body. So these are some interesting questions we are going to answer in 11th and 12th standard. Fine. And these are necessary to crack the examination also. Fine. Great. And you are absolutely going to study in detail, in depth, human physiology. And that's one of the most, best segments of 11th standard syllabus. Because ultimately we are aiming to become doctors. This will be very important. Talking about 12th standard, very interesting chapters, application based chapters, reproduction, genetics and evolution. Sounds interesting? Yes? Okay. Biology and human welfare. You study about diseases, you study about immunity, right? Next, you study about biotechnology, advanced biology basically. You study about ecology and environment. Let me talk about chemistry. You see, you've studied about acids and bases. You studied about, various elements, correct? You've studied about basics of chemistry, structure, molecules, elements, atoms, ions. You've studied about all these. See, a better application here. Some basic concepts of chemistry, structure of atoms, classification of elements, and periodicity in properties, right? Chemical bonding, molecular structure. You study about how these molecules are formed. What are the types of bonding which are involved? Are they strong? Are they weak? States of matter. You study about this, right? You have studied about this. Solids, liquids, gases. But now, this time, with calculation, with mathematics, with a lot of logic, you're going to study about this. Fine? Thermodynamics. This is very important. Fine? Equilibrium, redox reaction. Don't worry about all these things. These are something new. You are also going to study in 11th standard chemistry syllabus in SEER. You will also study about hydrogen, S block, P block, organic chemistry, hydrocarbons, environmental chemistry. Many new things. What about 12th state? 12th standard, solid state, solutions, electrochemistry. See the name, how interesting this is. Electrochemistry, chemical kinetics. Okay, how the molecules interact, how the reactions are happening. Can you change the rate of a reaction? Can you make a reaction faster or slower? Yes, you will get the answers from this particular chapter. Surface chemistry, right? Isolation of elements, P block elements, D and F block elements, coordination compounds. What is the geometry of different compounds is something you're going to study here. A lot of organic chemistry. Haloalkanes and all of these, are organic chemistry, biomolecules, very much related chapters, chemistry and bio together. Polymers, chemistry in everyday life. Coming to physics, see, many are quite related. You will know about them. Physical world and measurements, kinematics, laws of motion. You have studied about force, friction. We'll again study, but in depth. Work, power, and energy. Motion of systems of particles. Rigid body. Gravitation. You know about it. Apple falling. But how? Why? What is the force? What is the strength? In depth, we are going to study here. Okay? Here also thermodynamics. Physics, chemistry, both has thermodynamics in different perspectives. We'll study. Fine? Properties of bulk matter, behavior of, gases, we'll study about this, oscillations and waves. In 12th standard, you're going to study about electrostatics, current, electricity. Current, about electricity. Fine? Magnetic effects of current, one of my favorite chapters. You'll study about this. Electromagnetic induction, alternating currents, optics, how do we see? We have studied this in biology, right? Eyes. But there is physics here. Okay? There is physics here. Fine. Dual nature of matter, radiation, atoms and nuclei, electronic devices, communication, semiconductors. These are the things that you're going to study in physics 12th standard. So what do you think? Is it possible? What do you think? Is the syllabus interesting? For me, definitely it is interesting. Definitely we are going to know a lot in 11th and 12th standard. Okay? And the best part is when you are appearing for these type of competitive examinations like JEE, NEET, then what you have to understand is the concept, and what you have to do is go and apply them. Fine? Great. Now, let me give you a quick brief about the process. Admission process. Simple. We'll be doing more sessions on this when you are actually going to give the examination. More sessions, but take an overview. Okay. First, you have to do online registration. Okay. If you are at a place where there is not proper connectivity, internet connections are not there, then there are centers called CSC centers where with, nominal fees, they will be able to fill the application form for you. There are always, NT has organized everything. You fill the application form, you upload all the documents, and you pay the application fees. Okay, for these you can check the NTA website about the fees and all. You download the admit card and then time for the test. Appear for the test. It's a 3 hour long test with 180 questions plus 4 minus 1 as the marking scheme. You do the counseling, you choose the colleges, and then your seat allotment is done. After that, you secure a position for yourself. Fine? Clear? So I'm displaying some of the websites which you can note it down, which will give you more and more informations about this examination, right? If you want to understand which are the cities, exam centers, more specifics, just visit these websites. Visit NTA. From there, you can get links for all of the important necessary things that you would require to know about NEET. Great. Now, so far we were understanding about the examination, the paper pattern. Well, in MCQ, multiple choice questions, this time these will not be straightforward questions. There will be application based questions. That means you know a concept, okay? You understood a concept. Now, questions will be twisted and asked to analyze. For example, if I'm a teacher, right? I will ask you a question in a twisted manner to understand if you have understood the concept clearly. So, application based, conceptual questions, okay? Questions based on a lot of data. These type of questions are asked in NEET examination. But if you ask me, sir, is it possible to crack this examination? My answer would be definitely. We'll get it done. We'll get it done for you. Fine? Together we'll crack this examination. No worries. Just no worries. What you have to do is enjoy this journey. Enjoy the knowledge, enjoy the learning procedure. Rest, results, cracking exam will definitely take place. Okay? Great. Now let's imagine there are conditions. If you think, what will happen, sir, if me and my friend both have secured a certain seven same marks you got, okay, you and your friend, what will happen is a tiebreaker. Okay, let's see what happens. See here, how will you decide the percentage? How will you decide the percentile? Now the best part here is the more marks you get, it's inversely proportional to your rank. The lesser the rank you get, and that's your target, to get lesser and lesser and lesser the rank. If it's 1, it's the best. If it's going more beyond that, it's 2, 3, 4, 500,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Those are not so good ranks. Fine. The lower the number, the best it is. So higher the marks or the percentile in biology is considered first. Between these two, student A, student B, whoever scores better in biology will be considered or given a better rank. If that is also same, then the next thing which is done is consider the marks in chemistry. If again that is the same, then lesser proportion, please pay attention to this. This is the first very primary thing that you have to get inside your head is negative marking. See here, lesser proportions of attempted incorrect answers in all subjects. The person who gets lesser of negatives will be preferred first. Fine. If candidate B, student B has given 4 wrong answers and candidate A has given 3 wrong answers, then candidate A will be preferred. Fine. Great. And next, if people of the older age who are repeating, they get a slight preference. Fine. Great. So these are some of the criteria if there's a same marks obtained by 2 students. Got it? Don't worry, more details we'll be understanding when we actually appear for the examination. Great, let's move on. Now talking about the difficulty. Just to give you a quick glimpse how difficult the paper is. Let me talk about, subject wise. If I talk about physics, this is for 2020 paper. And again, this is subjective because for people who are really good in physics, for them physics can be easy. But in general, the analysis showed that in 2020 physics was fine. It was not so hard. Chemistry, on the other hand, was quite difficult. And in, in case of bio, it was very difficult for this paper compared to all the subjects. But I've seen many students of mine tells me, sir, it was easy. Yes, it was easy. Why? Because you have studied. It was easy because why? You understood the concept. It was easy. Why? Because you have practiced. Fine. So this is just a representation. Trust me, these can change here and there. And this difficulty doesn't matter. It would matter only if you are not prepared. Something similar for 2019, I have seen, general statistics again. Physics was very difficult. Compared to that, chemistry again was of medium level difficulty. And if I talk about biology, it was very easy in 2019. Fine. No worries. We'll treat each and every subject, all the three subjects, equally and prepare them equally to get the best rank. Great. Now, we'll be talking about the factors determining the cutoff. What is cutoff? Is the basic minimum requirement or minimum marks that you have to get so that you are eligible, to get admission in any college, any medical college. Fine. Basically, I'm saying if you get the cutoff, that means I will say that you are NEET qualified. It doesn't mean that if you just got the cutoff, you'll get a college. Mostly you'll not get a college. But what it means that you have qualified this examination, you have passed. That has no meaning, right? If you don't get a good college. Well, the number of candidates who appeared for the exam, it depends on this. Difficulty of the exam, yes. Overall performance of the candidates, it depends on how everyone is performing. There's not a fixed rule. The rule to calculate is fixed, but the numbers are never fixed. Each year it changes because many capable students are coming up. They're performing really good. So yes, based on paper difficulty, it does change. Well, I'll give you the estimated or approximate number of seats available. If I talk about MBBS, there are about 78,000 seats in India, all over India. For BDS, it is about 23,000. Again, these numbers are subjected to change. For AYUSH, it is about 56,000. Okay, great. Now, let me show you the cutoffs for the previous year. The total marks was 720, sir. Previous year. Let's see. Do you understand how to read graphs? No worries, I'll teach you. Qualifying marks, see this axis and see the x-axis, it is showing here. And how will you understand? See the index, the color. The color will show you. So if I talk about 2020, it was 147. So minimum you should have got 147 to say that you are qualified. You have qualified NEET examination, minimum cutoff. For 2019, it was 134. It was 119 in, this year of 2018. 17, 131, 145. Do you see? I told you, nothing is fixed. It varies based on paper, the candidates, and the number of candidates also. Fine? So this is the minimum number that you have to get to consider yourself NEET qualified. But trust me, this number is not going to get you any college. Because the total marks is 720. People get so good marks here. I'll show you. If you want to get admitted in a government college, and why government college? First of all, the curriculum is brilliant. Well, the second thing, very important, studying medicine requires a decent amount of money. Now, in government colleges, the cost of the course in government colleges is way lesser compared to the private colleges. So you should always aim for government colleges and see the number. Do you see here the cutoff was 147, but government colleges in 2020 minimum of 610 out of 720. If you have got less than that in that particular year, you couldn't have got a government college. But again, this number varies, and see, the competition has increased a lot. From 510 in 2016, it has now increased to 610. Fine. So what would be your target? To save money, to get a good curriculum, to get a good college, and that's a government college. So what you have to do is get good marks. Perfect. We'll help you again. Don't worry. And these are some of the premium colleges. Top 10 colleges I'm showing you. Fine. See here, you have heard about AIMS, correct? This was the body which organized their independent papers, but now it's all about NEET, right? So these are some of the colleges. Better understanding you will have when you actually start your preparation. You'll start targeting, then we'll talk more about these colleges. Fine. But you can surely do a Google search and understand where are these colleges, what is the importance of these colleges, how good their curriculum is, how good the exposure is in these colleges. Fine. Well, so I have introduced you to this examination NEET. I have promised you that we in BYJU'S will definitely help you to crack this examination. If you are associated with us, then definitely we are going to help you crack this examination. We are going to make this easier for you. I'll tell you why. It's a lot of syllabus. You saw. It's a lot of syllabus. Now, studying so much, and the syllabus is including both 11th and 12th. 11th plus 12th plus physics, chemistry, biology. So, lot to study. There should be a strategy. There should be proper planning. There should be proper papers, and there should be proper teachers. And all of these we have in BYJU'S. Also, what we do is we help students to visualize the concept. That means what you study in books, it's very different how we teach students. We help them visualize the concepts. Make study as if the student is playing a game. You won't feel the pressure of studying. You will understand, you will feel that you are playing a game. You will be able to see how the actual heart looks like. You will be able to see if you bounce a ball, what can happen. All of these we try to do, and our target is actually to make learning easy and fun for all of you. So try to check out, try to see what we are doing at BYJU'S, and get associated with us so that you are also benefited. Fine? Well, so in the end, I would just say that keep your learning process on. You should stay happy, keep smiling, no worries. It seems a lot, but this is possible. And we, the BYJU'S family, will definitely help you to make it possible.